I'm Nicole Auerbach from The Athletic.
Hey, this is Alex Pruitt with Sports Illustrated Magazine.
This is Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Kranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Number 21, Rodarte. In goal, number 0, Andre Krivokapic. Number 2, Esteban Ramirez. Number 4, Alvaro Sanchez. Number 6, Miguel Torresias. Number 7, Bruno Fajera. Number 10, Cesar Solis.
Good afternoon and welcome to Tiger Soccer on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. I'm Chase Hartzell, and we are live today from Cluck Field in Arkadelphia, Arkansas on a cloudy day, expecting a little bit of rain this afternoon, which is why we have had first kick moved up from 4 o'clock to 2 o'clock, but there will be Great American Conference action today in the Delph, as it's the visiting top team in the Great American Conference, the Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm, facing off against the Ouachita Tigers. There you get a look at some of the numbers between these two teams. For Ouachita, just a couple matches left here on their home turf this season and looking to make a statement down the stretch, and for Southern Nazarene looking to bolster their spot at the top of the conference standings. SNU wearing the red kits today with the black shorts, and Ouachita in the all-white kits.
Number 14, Braden Hall.
Tigers currently being introduced to the home crowd here. Likely going to see fans file in a little bit throughout the afternoon due to the early start. But a great opportunity here for the Tigers to perform on their home turf today.
A senior from Cedar Hill, Texas, number 19, Evan Jordan.
It's just been one of those weekends where Ouachita and Southern Nazarene have really crossed paths quite a bit across the different sports. And right now we're going to take a break for the playing of our national anthem. With that, we're just about ready to start soccer this afternoon at Cluck Field. As I was saying before the national anthem, SNU and Ouachita, these are programs that have crossed paths in multiple sports quite a bit over the last few days. The women's soccer team faced off here just yesterday, And what was an instant classic between the two teams. SNU led 2-0 at the break, but Ouachita rallying to make it 3-2 going into the final minutes of the match. However, it was an equalizer with just over 1 minute to go that led to the 3-3 draw. And it looks like we're going to have another exciting match here today. Also worth mentioning, too, that SNU and Ouachita are facing off in football tonight over in Bethany, Oklahoma. SNU having a strong campaign on the gridiron as well as the pitch this year. And it's going to be fun to see these two programs square off in multiple sports here today. First kick is going to belong to Southern Nazarene. Unezi Shajani will have the opening kick for SNU. And we are underway this afternoon at Cluck Field. Tigers looking for their first victory of the season at home. Southern Nazarene enters this match as the number 16 team in the country, and they've established themselves as the top team in the conference as well at this point in the season. However, with a few matches to go, much like we're seeing in the women's race right now, the lead not quite safe just yet, as there are a lot of competitive teams around the GAC. Ouachita's had a chance to face off against some of these great programs as well. Looking at just last week, it was a road trip to Kansas for the Tigers. Resulted in losses at Fort Hays State and at Newman. Tigers looking to reverse that skid here today and pick up a victory over one of the top programs that not only this region but the country has to offer. Looking at recent results for Southern Nazarene, they have been strong throughout the season. You look back at some key victories last time out, defeating Northeastern State by a score of 2-1. The match before that, however, they suffered their only loss of the Great American Conference schedule up to this point, and that was against Newman at home, an uncharacteristic loss for the Crimson Storm. However, you keep going back on that resume, lots of key victories over ranked teams, beating Rogers State 2-1 back on October 12th. You can also go back to September 30th when they beat then number 16 Northeastern State by a score of 3-0. SNU, this is the last match of a two-game road trip before going home for senior night. That day, the Crimson Storm will face off against Harding before going right back on the road to Kansas to wrap up the conference schedule against Fort Hays State and Newman. The bright side for Southern Nazarene is that the Crimson Storm has already secured their spot in the Great American Conference Tournament. However, still some work to do if they want to claim the regular season title. Boots the ball inside that time, and it's going to be corralled by the goalkeeper. Andre Krivo-Kapic is the starting goalkeeper today for SNU. So far, quite a bit of play in the middle third between these two teams. You can see the excellent ball control. Now looking to attack perhaps inside the box. And we're going to have the clear here. Making the play that time for the Tigers. It's going to be Braden Hall. Hall, a sophomore from the Colony, Texas. And following his clear, it's going to be a throw. Nice throw there inside the box. However, might just be another clear for the Tigers here. Indeed it is. Clearing the ball that time, it was Christian Baker. SNU looking to attack, still inside the box. Tigers with a little bit of aggressive defense, but also some excellent ball control here from the Crimson Storm. There's a cross over to the middle. Tigers trying to get the ball out of there. Eben Jordan trying to pass it off to a teammate, but again, Southern Nazarene finding a way to keep the ball inside their opponent's box. Looking to take a shot there, but it's deflected away and out of bounds. And that should be a corner kick for SNU. Indeed it is. And now we're going to see Krivo-Kapic step all the way out to midfield. Here's the corner now for the Crimson Storm. Ball is sent away, and now a chance for the Tigers to try and take it back on a counterattack. Some physical play in this one. Grant Isbell trying to get the ball away from the Crimson Storm. However, SNU able to take the ball right back. And right now, both teams trying to establish their game plan. Crimson Storm not afraid to take it back out towards the middle third to regroup. However, we have also seen that they have advanced the ball into that Tiger defensive third and even right into the box. Still just looking for that key first look to try and take the advantage. Ball is taken away that time by Luca Bonzi. SNU trying to keep the ball inside the box. Now it looks like we're going to see a corner for the Crimson Storm. And again, Krivo-Kapic has stepped back out towards midfield. Really goes to show you the faith that this goalkeeper has in his team to keep control of the ball off the corner. Great opportunity for SNU to try and draw first blood. Beautiful ball. SNU retaining control, sends the ball right back out. Now looking for the cross towards the middle. Able to maintain possession. High ball ends up going over the top of the net. And looks like that ball may have been deflected, as it's going to be another corner kick for Southern Nazarene. Looking to make a play that time for the Crimson Storm. It was Nikola Brailetic. Now ball into the box, and even off the header, still able to maintain possession, looking for the goal. Perfect execution, and that is going to be the first score of the afternoon.
7-0, 17-6. On a header.
It was Bruno Ferreira, the young man from Santos, Sao Paulo, Brazil, picking up the score for SNU, and the Crimson Storm holding an early 1-0 advantage. Looks like Rinta Takashi will be credited with the assist for the Crimson Storm on that initial score of this match. Just 10 minutes gone here in this Great American Conference matchup, and SNU already leading 1-0. Southern Nazarene looking to add to its lead in Great American Conference play, already up to 21 points on the season. That's 4 points above the next highest team, which is Fort Hays State. After that, it's Rogers State at 15 and third, and Northeastern State is in fourth with 13. But we will again see a corner for Southern Nazarene. That'll be Takashi on the corner for Southern Nazarene. Already the fourth corner kick in just over 10 minutes. Looking for the set piece. Ball still loose, and that's going to be another goal. That's Ferreira again with the score for Southern Nazarene. And without even a dozen minutes off the clock, SNU already leading this match 2-0. Ferreira already with 2/3 of a hat trick and not even 12 minutes gone. Tigers looking to bounce back. It's been a slow start today at home against the number 16 team in the land, but once again they've shown why they're right there at the top of the Great American Conference standings. With a win here today, a chance to move up even further. Ferreira has the ball right now for SNU. He's going to pass it around a bit. Takashi going to send the ball back out. SNU again showing the excellent ball control, even if it's loose momentarily, still able to keep control. Now looked like Ferreira was looking for a cross there, trying to find a teammate in the box, but nobody was home. However, it was last touched by the Tigers and will be a throw in for the visiting Crimson Storm. SNU with control of the ball once again. Nearing the top of the box, Tigers trying to get the ball away. We've seen a lot of possession recently in that middle third, but especially in that defensive third of Ouachita on the behalf of SNU. Tigers doing their best to try and get the ball away. However, it's been tough sledding up to this point. Excellent ball control, excellent spacing thus far for the Crimson Storm. There's a pass over to the right side of the box. It's Fajera, passes it inside to a teammate. Goes for the cross, and it's a quick pass. However, SNU not quite able to finish it off as it goes out of bounds. However, it is going to be a corner kick for Southern Nazarene, the 5th already in under 15 minutes.
Did you change the assist already?
Yes.
It's going to be Takashi again on the corner kick for Southern Nazarene. Ball sent inside, looking for the header. However, it is going to be corralled by the goalkeeper for Ouachita. That's Dylan Stahl. Stahl, a sophomore from Gonzales, Louisiana. Tough test today against one of the top offenses, not only in this conference, but in the country. Looking at the stats for Southern Nazarene, now up to 36 goals on the year, and pending the output from Rogers State in their next match, that would put them at the top of the Great American Conference in terms of goals scored. However, you've also got to factor in that Southern Nazarene also has one of the top 3 defenses in the conference. Ouachita, it's been a struggle this year as they finish last in the conference right now in terms of scoring and goals allowed.
White team sub. We've got 27 or 5.
There's the throw in. Ouachita again trying to get the ball away. Bonzi looking to make a move up the field. Tigers looking for an opportunity to gain control. It's going to be a free kick for Ouachita. And for the first time in a while, we are going to see the ball go on that other side of the field, as Southern Nazarene has done an excellent job up to this point of maintaining control in the middle third, and then also getting into the defensive third of Ouachita. The Tigers still trying to advance into that spot. However, with Southern Nazarene taking the ball away, that task is going to be a little more difficult. Alfonso Gonzalez Gomez trying to stop the forward momentum, but here comes Southern Nazarene on the counterattack. Shajani trying to finish it off that time, but just missed to the left. Tigers trying to get out of their own defensive third, but Southern Nazarene making it a tough task indeed at the moment. Not many openings to speak of at all.
Oh, that's nothing.
Ball sent up towards the top of the box. Trying to spread around. There's the pass inside, right back to Fajera. And Gonzalez Gomez with the clear. Now, if you watched the match yesterday and that name sounds familiar, it's because Alfonso is also our color commentator for a lot of women's soccer matches here at Ouachita. He's done a great job with us here at OSDN. But now it's his opportunity to shine out there on the pitch.
That was 10 on 17.
Now we're going to have a stoppage in time as a Tiger has gone down. Luca Bonzi clearly shaken up. You can visibly see the pain on his face. And he is going to check out of the game and be checked out by the trainer. We hope to see him return in this matchup. Sebastian Rios will take over for him at the midfielder position. That's going to be a throw for Southern Nazarene. Just over 20 minutes gone here in this first half. SNU leading 2-0. Both goals can be credited to Fajera. It's going to be a handball called on Ouachita. So we'll see a free kick. There's Fajera starting the free kick for SNU. Has an opportunity to perhaps record a hat trick in just the first half if he can get the right opportunity. Moving moving the ball around. There's the pass inside to Fajera, trying to retain control. Tightrope walking there inside the line, somehow keeps it alive. Takashi got tripped up a bit, and it will be a throw-in for Southern Nazarene. The Crimson Storm, however, has been no stranger to corner kicks in this one with 5 already on the match.
6.
Now looking for the cross. It's going to be cleared by Jordan. And it will be a goal kick here for Ouachita. Looked like somebody was standing offside. Currently 79 degrees in Arkadelphia, and perhaps looking at some showers here in the next hour or two. But as for right now, we play on in the beautiful game. Ouachita looking to advance past the middle third. It's been an uphill battle for the Tigers in terms of possession here today, and especially in terms of penetration. Tigers getting some good ball movement now, however, not trying to force anything, and as a result, not too many unwanted mistakes. There's a pass inside. Ouachita sending the ball towards the top of the box. It is taken away by Southern Nazarene. Now a chance for a counterattack. But a great play stepping in there was Braden Hall. Fajera was looking for the header. Tigers doing everything they can to get the ball back at the moment. However, Southern Nazarene, it's like we'll come away with control for the moment. Now we'll see the counterattack from the Crimson Storm, which is interrupted by Evan Jordan, also getting some help from Alexis Murillo. Now the ball is sent back towards the goalkeeper. SNU moving the ball around, still looking for the opportune moment to strike on the counterattack. Now advancing into the box, ball is taken away cleanly by Ouachita, Alfonso Gonzalez Gomez. One of the Tigers in there on the defensive play, also there to make the play, was Daniel Marcano. Now towards the top of the box, there's a pass inside. Whistle blown, and it looks like we may have a foul called inside the box. Don't know if it was a foul called or if it was just an injury timeout. We'll find out momentarily, but it is going to be a yellow card on Evan Jordan. Time has been stopped.
19 yellow card on 7. Yellow card on 19 drawn plus 7.
And this means it could be a golden opportunity for the Crimson Storm to tack on to its lead.
Okay, so that is going to be a penalty kick.
So on the penalty kick for Southern Nazarene, it's going to be Alvaro Sanchez. SNU looking to make it a 3-0 advantage, and that's exactly what the Crimson Storm does. Alvaro Sanchez, the senior from Toledo, Spain, executing that PK exactly how he wanted, and now it's a 3-0 advantage for the Crimson Storm on the road.
This guy just walked out the dugout here. 14-7, 14.
Alfonso Gonzalez Gomez trying to help the Tigers advance the ball up the field. Jordan trying to find an open teammate. Instead, the Tigers going to have to reset a bit. Ball goes back to Joseph Latier. He's going to send it all the way back to Stahl. Long ball sent towards the top of the box. An excellent job there of SNU. Augustine Seaver able to back up his teammate there and gets the ball right to Crivo Capich. Fajera ball right back to Fajera. Pass inside. Takashi, opportunity here, looking to cross the ball, and instead it's going to be cleared by Ouachita. So now we will see another corner kick, the 6th of the match for the Crimson Storm, in what has been a lopsided affair up to this point. A large part of that has been the excellent ball control that we have seen from the Crimson Storm, as well as the spacing. SNU, one of the top 20 programs in the country, and they've played like it today. Long ball sent into the box. It's going to be sent out towards midfield. And again, that's excellent hustle to the ball there by Esteban Ramirez. Even when the ball is loose, it seems like there's a member of the Crimson Storm team right there to back up one of their teammates. Hagen Sanchez will have the throw in for Ouachita. Sanchez once again on the throne for Ouachita. Tigers looking for a boost here as Grant Isbell has the ball and tries to send it up towards midfield. However, it's taken away. Nikola Brailetic.
Caesar!
Daniel Marcano trying to get the ball up the field. Tightly contested here for control of the ball. Takashi comes away with it. Shajani. Crimson Storm looking to move the ball around. There's the long throw into Jordan. Or the long goal throw, I should say. Tigers trailing by 3 with just under 15 minutes to go in the first half. For Southern Nazarene, the story has been excellent ball control, creating opportunities down low, and capitalizing on those opportunities when they open up. The visiting team certainly showing why they're one of the most offensively efficient teams in the country. A lot of that has been the game of keep away that they've been playing with the Tigers today. Still no real shots on goal attempted today for the Tigers. And now a counterattack for Southern Nazarene, already back into the box. Sends the ball up towards the top of the box. Grant Isbell with the chance now on the counterattack. Outnumbered a bit, waiting for his teammates to catch up. There's a potential pass inside, but it is broken up thanks to the stifling defense of Southern Nazarene. Crimson Storm making sure it's tight quarters today for the Tigers. Gonzalez Gomez with the ball. He's going to pass it back a little bit to Latier. Now Marcano trying to get some spacing, but he is forced to send it back to Stahl. Ball sent up towards midfield. It's going to go to SNU on the free kick. Official going to say that there's illegal contact on the play from Ouachita going up for that ball. Now a chance for SNU to try and attack on the far side, but it is taken away by Marcano. He's had some excellent defense today. Slowed down multiple counterattacks from SNU. Now the Tigers looking to get a spark. Isbell passes it off to Prather in the middle of the field. Now going to Gonzalez Gomez on the far side, looking to maintain control, and he cannot do so. However, that will give the Tigers a chance to breathe here as SNU resets for the goal kick. Well, fans, we've got soccer action today, but we've also got soccer action on Saturday. It's a doubleheader as Ouachita women's soccer has the opportunity to lock up a Great American Conference regular season title with a win over Oklahoma Baptist. First kick in that one set for 11 a.m. And you can catch that match right here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. But right after, the men's team will also be playing Rogers State for the men's and the women's programs, as will be the final home matches of the regular season. Tigers looking to set something up in the box, but didn't quite pan out. Shajani passes it off. For the Ouachita women's soccer team, looking to, with a regular season conference title, gain home field advantage in the Great American Conference Championships that will take place here in a couple of weeks. Setting up for what could be a historic week on the week of November 8th through the 11th, as not only would the Tigers host the conference championships here, but then on that Saturday, it's also the annual Battle of the Ravine football rivalry between Ouachita and Henderson State. Last year, over 11,000 fans in attendance for that game at Carpenter Haygood Stadium, and the Tigers and Rays alike will both show up and show out yet again this year, I'm sure.
25, that's nothing, that was a cross.
Marcano trying to send the ball up. Isbell hustling. Again, SNU trying to maintain control. There was a bit of a collision there on a slide tackle attempt. Tiger slow to get up, but looks like he's going to be okay. Evan Jordan passes it off to Alfonso Gonzalez Gomez. Just over 6 minutes remaining here in the first half, 3-0 your score. And at this time, Chris Babb going to join us on commentary. And Chris, so far, SNU showing why they're one of the toughest teams in not only the conference, but the nation to face off on any given day.
Yeah, they've had a lot of possession. You know, most of the play has been on the right end of the field. Ouachita was able to get the one shot attempt earlier, but controlling the ball and been able to take advantage of the two corners.
Something else that has contributed, you see the ball control in every third of the field. Right now we're seeing more in the defensive third, the ball control from SNU, but we've also seen them play some keep away in the midfield and really have excellent ball movement and spacing when they get close to the goal. That's allowed for some of those opportunities that have allowed them to accumulate this lead.
They're very disciplined with possessing the ball, and you can tell that's the game plan. You probably talked about the weather when I was outside, but just a couple of sprinkles so far. We do expect those to increase. So if you notice our camera struggling a little bit, we've got a case on the camera and an umbrella, so hopefully we can stay dry.
We know there's that saying, it takes a village. Well, it certainly takes a village today to make things work in a rainy day broadcast, but we're thankful to everyone who is making sure that we can get this match to you today. Southern Nazarene versus Ouachita. Great American Conference season winding to a close for SNU, looking to bolster their spot at the top of the conference standings, and for Ouachita looking to make a statement-making victory or even just a strong performance today here at home. Shajani is going to check out of the match for SNU. Checking in for him.
Yeah, now the rain's really starting to pick up a little bit.
Just under 5 minutes to go.
I'm sorry,
Ouachita trying to maintain control, and of course we've seen this in other sports, but it's especially true in soccer. I mean, that rain adds an extra factor to the environment of play, and it can be tougher to control the ball. However, for the Tigers, you have to feel good that you've played on this field enough in a lot of different conditions to be prepared for this kind of scenario.
Yeah, the field's in good shape. Still pretty dry. We haven't had a lot of rain here, and I know it's starting to go dormant, so they hadn't watered a ton, so it can hold some. You just hope that it holds up and not a lot of cuts and tears in the field. Obviously supposed to play a doubleheader here Saturday, obviously weather permitting, but we're also supposed to get a decent amount of rain as there's a good attack by Southern Mass.
Top of the box, long shot, and it's off to the right. Attempting the shot for Southern Nazarene was Logan Farrell.
Rain's supposed to continue throughout the afternoon. Just hopefully stay away from the thunderstorms, any lightning or anything like that. Big collision there. Rain off and on tomorrow, then Saturday supposed to get another round, and then next week, Chase, highs in the 50s, lows in the 30s. If you don't like the weather, stick around a couple of days, it'll change, and it's definitely going to change drastically over Sunday night into Monday.
I think you perfectly summed up not only Arkadelphia weather, but just Arkansas weather in general. There's something.
Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Mississippi, anything around this, part of the country. It's just, you don't like it, stick around a couple of days because it can very easily change significantly.
Something about that panhandle in the surrounding states for sure.
Chase, I will say at halftime that we're probably going to end up bringing our camera inside, and so there may be a shot of the field. There may be just a shot of the scoreboard. Hadn't really figured out how we're going to handle that yet, but the rain is picking up, and so at halftime we're not going to keep our camera out there. So let those at home know that the picture will be up, but we won't have necessarily a halftime show. We're going to bring our camera in to keep it dry.
And usually
dry it off.
Right. And usually it only takes one person to run the camera. However, we've got two one person making sure it's dry, and we've also got somebody operating the camera itself.
Yeah, I've got to keep our monitor dry and the camera dry. It is what it is as the rain's really starting to pick up now.
Just over a minute to go in the first half. Perhaps one more opportunity for Ouachita to try and cut into this deficit. Evan Jordan going up for a jump ball. Up high in the air inside the box, looking for the bicycle kick. Setting up, and that's going to be a goal for Ouachita. Goal! OBU Tigers. That's Grant Isbell on the score, the junior from Colleyville, Texas. And Ouachita cuts into the lead. It's 3-1.
Yeah, it's a good cross the other side to Evan Jordan, and then Southern Mass looked like they were trying to clear it out, just couldn't quite clear it out enough, and Isbell was able to find that left inside the post. Did it just between the post and the keeper.
And if I'm not mistaken, Will Childers will be credited with the assist. So a big play there by Isbell. Opportunity created by Will Childers on excellent bicycle kick that set up for an open opportunity for Isbell down close. Now SNU looks like trying to maintain control, and we saw players slip up.
Yeah, it looked like some pressure from behind from Evan Jordan caused the turnover, but now Naz with 20 seconds left, and they'll try to get another one off real quick. Nice job by Stahl of coming out and controlling that to thwart that attack.
Isbell going to try to send the ball inside to Childers. Childers, one more chance, but it's going to be offside called.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that is going to do it for the first half of play. So 3 unanswered goals for Southern Nazarene to start the match. However, Grant Isbell able to cut into the deficit with a goal here in the final couple minutes of the half. Credit the assist to Will Childers. With 45 minutes in the books, your score, Southern Nazarene 3, Ouachita 1. You're watching Tiger Soccer on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
No matter where you go in Arkansas, you'll probably run into someone you know. That personal connection is what I love about this state, and it's why we have offices and people across Arkansas. People who share your interest and care if you've been hurt.
A local team who will be on your side, by your side.
So if you were injured in an accident, call us at 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
No matter where you live in Arkansas, we have an office nearby.
We'll be on your side, by your side.
Captain Henderson House. We're a home to call your very own when you're away from yours, with a porch to end your night on, surrounded by friends, sharing stories and old times, and a yard with memories of summertime weddings and picnics after the game. We are so thankful for the life this house has seen for nearly 150 years. Come stay with us and join in on our stories. Captain Henderson House, Inn and Events.
I've heard people say Ouachita. Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita. It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
On my team, I thrive to work as hard as I can. I mean, whatever you do on the field, there's a positive correlation to whatever else you do, be it personal relationships, homework, the way you carry yourself. I've changed since I got to King University. It's really helped me to develop as a leader. I think it's honestly the best thing that's ever happened.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person, and we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
matter where you go in Arkansas, you'll probably run into someone you know. That personal connection is what I love about this state, and it's why we have offices and people across Arkansas. People who share your interest and care if you've been hurt.
A local team who will be on your side, by your side.
So if you were injured in an accident, call us at 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
No matter where you live in Arkansas, we have an office nearby.
We'll be on your side, by your side.
Captain Henderson House. We're a home to call your very own when you're away from yours, with a porch to end your night on, surrounded by friends, sharing stories and old times, and a yard with memories of summertime weddings and picnics after the game. We are so thankful for the life this house has seen for nearly 150 years. Come stay with us and join in on our stories. Captain Henderson House, Inn and Events.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita. It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
Hello and welcome back to Tiger Soccer on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. After one half, your score: Southern Nazarene 3, Ouachita 1. For the Crimson Storm, it's been an excellent day all around. Got off to a hot start with back-to-back goals from Bruno Ferreira, and then followed that up with a PK successfully executed by midfielder Alvaro Sanchez. That's all the scoring for Southern Nazarene. Tigers were trailing 3-0 going into the final minutes of the first half. However, before we got into the second half, Grant Isbell able to punch in one goal off of the assist from Will Childers. That came at the 44-minute mark. Add 1 second to that. Couple of yellow cards in this one apiece for each team. But speaking of control, really, this tells you the whole story. 15 shots attempted by the Crimson Storm, only 2 attempted by the Tigers. Also, in terms of corner kicks, it's been a clear advantage for SNU, 6 for the visiting squad, and for the hometown Tigers, none. And although it has been a busy day for Dylan Stahl, the goalkeeper for the Tigers, he has also recorded 4 saves, opposed to 1 from Krivo Kapic. Southern Nazarene putting on a show today on the road and showing why they are one of the top programs not only in this region, in this conference, but in the nation. An opportunity here perhaps for an early goal in the second half. Pass back in to Shajani, and he's got it. 4th goal of the match for Southern Nazarene. It only took 53 seconds for the Crimson Storm to tack on to its lead here in the second half. And with that, the number 16 SNU now leads 4-1. It's been a scoring frenzy for the visiting team here today. Certainly one that the Crimson Storm is going to remember. That is the 3rd time in conference play this season that the Crimson Storm has scored 4 goals or more. The season high being 7 goals back on October 5th in a road match at Harding. Tripped up a bit. And it's going to be a free kick for Southern Nazarene. Ball gets inside the box. Johnny thought about going after it, but decides to hold back at the last second, trying to avoid that counterattack from Ouachita. However, Evan Jordan looking to rally the troops. Excellent pursuit here by the Tigers. Back out to Jordan on the outside, trying to maintain control, and the ball is going to look what initially looked to be a clear for Southern Nazarene is actually going to turn out to likely be a goal kick here. And indeed it looks like that is the case, as the ball was last touched by Evan Jordan off the deflection. Now an opportunity for both teams to catch their breath, but also for SNU to look and try to set something up here to add on to an already 3-goal lead. 3 different players have found the back of the net today for the Crimson Storm. Fajera has been the leader with 2, followed up by the PK from Alvaro Sanchez, and then just moments ago, Shajani throwing his hat into the ring with the 4th goal of the day for SNU. This match, the 2nd time that these 2 teams have met this season, the previous being a 4-0 victory for Southern Nazarene at home.
Stay together. Let's go, guys. Hands down.
This is the second time in 2 days that the Tigers have faced off against a Southern Nazarene squad here at Cluck Field. Just yesterday, the women's teams facing off in a 3-3 classic. Ouachita trailing early in that match. Southern Nazarene getting 2 early goals. However, the Tigers responded with 3 before an equalizing goal came with 70 seconds left on the clock. That ended up providing the final result of a 3-3 draw. As we mentioned earlier on the broadcast tonight, it'll be a matchup on the gridiron between SNU and Ouachita over in Bethany, Oklahoma. The Tigers and the Crimson Storm, 2 of the top teams in the Great American Conference going down the stretch. Chris, it's going to be an interesting matchup to watch.
Yeah, you think about, there we go, you think about yesterday women's soccer, today men's soccer, tonight football as the 2 universities match up. You did mention that football matchup, Ouachita in second place, Southern Nazarene playing really well lately, especially behind quarterback Gage Porter, who has got to hold the record for most games played in the GAC history, I would think. He seems, graduated high school in 2017, has been a solid quarterback for Southern Naz for many years.
Shajani wanted another goal.
Wanted a foul in the box, didn't get it. I think they're going to say corner kick, though, last touched by Ouachita.
So another opportunity here for Southern Nazarene to try to put one in the back of the net off of a set piece. You mentioned Gage Porter. What a career it's been for him. You talked about all the experience that he has, but also last year, in a year that featured one of the best running backs we've seen here in terms of TJ Cole, he set a new school record and broke his own previous record for most rushing yards in a season in the GAC. However,
nice save there by Stahl off the header off of the corner. Interrupt you there.
Oh, no. A good catch there, as Stahl has had his fair share of saves today. Although you see the 4 spot up on the scoreboard, he's also made sure that that lead hasn't swelled any further with 5 saves on the day. But going back to Porter, we talked about TJ Cole. He had the record for the most rushing yards in a season in Great American Conference play going into 2022. Broke that record. However, he didn't get credit for that record because Gage Porter rushed for over 1,800 yards last year, which eclipsed the previous record, and it has certainly been an impressive career for him. That last campaign earning him Great American Conference Offensive Player of the Year honors.
Yeah, this game originally was supposed to, this match was supposed to start at 4 o'clock, and then football starts tonight at 6. But since the game's, this is going to be over a little bit earlier, as Eben Jordan trying to weave through traffic and can't get a shot off. Ouachita still on the attack, though. But yeah, you'll be able to see that get done here and be able to check out Ouachita and Southern Nazarene in football later tonight.
Tigers trying to make the most of the time that they have left in this match. Southern Nazarene wanting to add on in what has already been an impressive performance. There's a pass towards the outside, trying to set something up on the near side of the field. Pass inside, now looking for the cross. Excellent clear. Stepping in to make the play defensively for Ouachita, that was Braden Hall, and he has had an excellent day from the defender position. Ball sent into the box, and again, it's going to be corralled by Stahl.
Southern Nazarene is the only team in the Great American Conference in men's soccer to already have clinched a spot, as we have a stoppage in play. 36.5 minutes left. Southern Nazarene 7-1 in the conference and 21 points overall. Second place, Fort Hays State with 17 points. And because of their points they've already accumulated, Southern Nazarene has clinched a berth into the GAC Soccer Championships. Those will be hosted by the top finishers, so looking like it be the GAC men's tournament semifinals and finals. The conference championship in Bethany, Oklahoma in a couple of weeks.
Well, a big match that should really put a bow on what has been a beautiful season for SNU is going to be that match on November 2nd. That's a week from today as they travel to Fort Hays State. As you mentioned, Fort Hays, the number 2 team in the conference. If you walk away with a victory in that one and even a victory against Harding, you have to feel pretty good about your chances going down the stretch. And a big reason why SNU can feel that comfort is because of the separation that they've not only created up to this point, but the chance that they have to add on to that lead here today with a win over Ouachita.
All right, Fort Hays State has 2 matches plus the match against Southern Nazarene, and that's the same situation for Southern Nazarene. Southern Nazarene has Harding and Newman remaining other than Fort Hays State, and those are 2 of the bottom 3 teams in the table for men's soccer. Fort Hays State, in addition to that Southern Nazarene match, has Northeastern State and Rogers State, which are immediately behind Fort Hays State in 3rd and 4th. So if you look at strength of schedule, that also favored down the stretch. That also favors Southern Nazarene as well.
Certainly a great spot to be for the Crimson Storm. It's been a great year on the pitch for the men's and the women's program, as the women's program, we mentioned it a couple times on this broadcast, forcing a 3-3 draw with the number 1 Ouachita Tigers, at least in terms of the Great American Conference, number 7 team in the Central Region.
The women's race is really interesting, especially after yesterday. Ouachita with 19 points. You may have talked about this in the first half, but Oklahoma Baptist got 3 yesterday in a win, so Oklahoma Baptist has 17, and so the Nazarene got the 1 point with a tie. So Ouachita with 19 points, Oklahoma Baptist with 17, and Southern Nazarene with 15. And Ouachita has 1 less match remaining than those other 2 schools as well. So it'll be tight coming down. Ouachita's big match on the women's side with Oklahoma Baptist on Saturday will go a long way in determining who finishes at the top of the conference race after the last week of play next week.
Certainly going to be an intriguing finish down the stretch. Southern Nazarene able to take away perhaps some of the dramatics as the Crimson Storm already a 4-point advantage. If they can get the 3 points today, they move up into a 7-point advantage in the Great American Conference standings with just 3 matches left on the season. However, you've also got to consider what Fort Hays State and Rogers State do with the matches that they have left. Rain starting to fall again outside, as you can perhaps see some of the rain droplets against the backdrop of Arkadelphia. Really a beautiful backdrop here at Cluck Field, especially this time of year with the leaves starting to change colors. You've got all the different hues in the trees out there beyond. You also get a good view of the track facility that's being constructed just beyond Cluck Field, signifying a new era for the Ouachita track and field program. The leaves really indicative of a change of the seasons, not only in terms of the weather that we're seeing, but also in the athletic seasons that we're seeing. Indoor track and field set to start here in just a few weeks at the start of December. Also men's and women's basketball coming up even sooner than that. And we're also seeing a lot of fall sports come down the stretch in their regular season. Just a few matches left in men's and women's soccer. So here's an opportunity for Southern Nazarene inside the box. Looking to create a shot opportunity. Couldn't quite do it that time. So it should be a throw in here for Southern Nazarene. Soccer coming down the stretch here in the regular season. There's a pass inside to Shajani. Lots of traffic down low. Jordan's going to send it outside. Volleyball also winding down its season as Alfonso Gonzalez Gomez brings the ball back up. Just a couple of matchups left in football as well. Shaping up for an exciting finish on the gridiron in the Great American Conference. So certainly a lot to be excited about coming down the stretch here in this fall slate of athletics. However, still plenty of excitement to come in the remainder of the fall and winter months, and that'll make way for the spring and even more GAC excitement. But as far as things are going on the pitch, a lot for Southern Nazarene to be excited about. Looking to have GAC tournament qualifying teams on the men's and the women's side. SNU with a golden opportunity to claim perhaps a regular season title in the Great American Conference and claim home field advantage for the men's tournament. On the women's side, Southern Nazarene right there in the top three. But Ouachita currently holding on to the #1 spot and perhaps looking to claim home field advantage if they can get a big win over Oklahoma Baptist on Saturday. Again, that match is set for 11 a.m. on Saturday, and you can catch that right here on OSDN. Men's team will also be taking on Rogers State as we have a Tiger down, and it looks like that's Alfonso Gonzalez Gomez trying to work something out in his right leg. Looks like he's going to be okay as he's walking off on his own power. But you can tell he's clearly favoring that right leg. Don't know if we'll see him return in this match. However, he should be good to go for future matches. And again, he has been not only a great player out there on the pitch, but he's also done well as our color commentator on Ouachita women's soccer broadcast this season. Rain really starting to come down now. Waiting for the whistle to resume the action. Now in our crowd mic now, you can likely audibly hear the rain coming down. I want to give one more thank you to our crew for improvising on the fly in more ways than one today. With the rainy conditions, had to move up game time for what was originally slated a 4 o'clock match, turned into a 2 o'clock match, and then the rain has still come down here in Arkadelphia, so we've had multiple people manning the camera today, making sure that not only can we get the picture to you, but that the camera stays dry. We're up to 2 umbrellas now and trying to keep the camera dry. When we say it takes a village to bring you these broadcasts, we mean it. Eli Jenkins and Hunter Reck checking in for Ouachita. Just under 30 minutes to go in this match. SNU leading 4-1. Our program director, Chris Babb, currently getting some behind-the-scenes shots. Hopefully you can see that later to get a full perspective on how our crew has adjusted to the elements today. We also want to thank you for adjusting your schedule to be a part of today's broadcast, whether you're tuning in from Bethany, Oklahoma, right here in Arkadelphia, or somewhere in between, or even somewhere beyond. We're glad you tuned in to the student-led broadcast out of the Rogers Department of Communications here at Ouachita Baptist University. Hagen Sanchez helping the Tigers take the ball away. Christian Baker getting the ball back to Stahl. Stahl is just going to send it up towards midfield. Evan Jordan trying to close in and cut it off. However, Southern Nazarene there to make a great play. SNU, chance here, top of the box, looking to cross the ball inside, but it goes all the way through. Still inside the box, though. Tigers not out of the woods just yet.
Kupin Haruka, warm up. Kupin Haruka. Coop! Coop! I'm from Central Arkansas. Check Coop right here. Coop! Go! Harmo! Jay! Go him up, bro. Mark! Go him up. No. Yeah, bro. Hey, I know your friend.
Right now, teams taking shelter on both sides. Earlier in the match, you may have seen some players standing outside watching the game, but trying to take cover from the elements right now on both sides. Shajani is going to check out for Southern Nazarene. He's had an excellent day today, including a goal to his credit. That was the fourth of the match for SNU. Ball sent up towards the edge of the defensive third of Ouachita. Hagen Sanchez trying to get that ball out of there. Sharing the ball around.
Higher Grant. Everyone marking.
Rain pouring straight down onto the field here at Cluck Field. As we talked about earlier on the broadcast, though, this had been kind of foreseen by the grounds crew here at Ouachita, and they had made sure that the field would be playable, even with a little added water into it. And that also goes to something that Alfonso Gonzalez Gomez said yesterday during the women's broadcast. The grounds crew here really does a great job of making sure that this field is in as good of a condition as it can be. Seen a lot of play this season, a lot of tough matches between physical teams. And with that wear and tear, it can be hard to keep it in such good condition. However, the grounds crew has made sure that Cluck Field remains a beautiful place to play the beautiful game. So we want to give our kudos to them. Just under 25 minutes to go in the second half. Southern Nazarene leading 4-1.
Hey, will you give the ball away? Rita! Change! Bravo! Caesar!
Now Southern Nazarene on the counterattack. Looking to strike yet again after already putting up 4 goals on the match. Could this be number 5 upcoming? Not quite, says Ouachita. Now a long ball sent over the top of the goal. And it'll be a goal kick for Ouachita.
Yeah, Chase, really coming down pretty good now out there. Not sure if you can hear it in our microphone or not. We would like to thank Madeline Kelzer, Rachel Dunn, and Nate Hollis for tag teaming the camera operation with the double umbrella setup. Field is holding up pretty good to this point. It's been a steady rain, no standing water or anything like that. The field was pretty dry, we talked about in the first half, but every once in a while you'll start to see some, when the ball's kicked, glance off the grass and see some water shoot up. But so far, field is holding up well, which ultimately for long term you hope that happens, because obviously you're supposed to play Saturday, and then there's the possibility of GAC women's tournament to be here at Cluck Field, and so you want that to hold up nicely for it too.
And we did allude to it earlier on the broadcast, but that could really set up for a special November 11th here at Ouachita Baptist University on the athletics side of things, because not only would you have the championship match here in town, but you'd also have Battle of the Ravine football matchup happening over at Cliff Harris Stadium.
Some people would call it special, some people would call it hectic, and I look over at Brian Ramsey, athletic communications, and just what you need, just something else. But that is will be a special time for women's soccer. But there's a lot of work yet to be done on the women's soccer, on the side of women's soccer, to determine. That would be a fun week. We can say it that way. It would be a fun week to host the GAC tournament and the Battle of the Ravine football game.
Again, still far from a foregone conclusion, as the Tigers do have to take care of business against Oklahoma Baptist this week. Now we're going to
have a foul. It had a slide tackle, kind of got the little up high on the Ouachita player, and a little bit of delayed call that Southern Nazarene didn't like too much. So Ouachita was ready to go. I guess the official was too. So we play on. Chase, now you're starting to see some of the water kick up when the players are passing the ball. The wet grass kind of slowing that ball down a good bit.
And something that may work to the disadvantage of Ouachita on this one is that you're really seeing the water pool up towards the middle on the right side. That can make it tougher sledding. However, SNU still got to face the elements on the other side of the field.
On the other one? That's horrible!
And rain or shine, this team has proven that they can play some excellent soccer on any given day. Got some subs coming up. So we'll see a couple of fresh faces for Ouachita, including CJ Washington and Marshall Prather. Going to be a yellow card issued on the coach of Southern Nazarene. We saw a similar situation yesterday in the women's matchup, however, ended up not having any repercussions, as it ended up resulting in a 3-3 draw. But again, you want to avoid cards whenever you can. We'll see if that influences things down the stretch. Southern Nazarene, as they have for most of the match, in control. With a 4-1 lead, it's been excellent ball control, limiting opportunities for Ouachita. Down at its own defensive third. Now looking for a counterattack. Looking to find a way around Hagen Sanchez, and what excellent play we saw right there for the senior. Slide tackle, couple of clean slide tackles for Sebastian Rios. But Southern Nazarene still moving the ball slowly but surely closer to the box of Ouachita. Now we're seeing that excellent controlled ball play and spacing that we've seen all day long. Looking for a pass inside. It's cut off by Grant Isbell. He has the only score of the day for Ouachita.
Subs into the game for Ouachita, 2 for Ouachita, 1 sub for Southern Nazarene. 18:20 remaining, and Chase, I saw the first chunk of turf come up after one of the players planted, so see how the field conditions hold up. It's been raining steadily over most of the second half, and as it started there late in the first half.
So we see Joseph Dojo check in for Southern Nazarene. He takes over for Bruno Fajera. Chris, he was a real difference maker in this one early, getting the first 2 goals of the match for Southern Nazarene, but he's also gotten some support from follow-up goals, including the one that we saw earlier in the half from Chijani.
Man, that was a shot there just wide left. So the goal kick, but had a little movement behind that one.
The other goal of the match belonging to Alvaro Sanchez, the senior defender from Toledo, Spain, on the penalty kick. Looks like we see Alfonso Gonzalez Gomez stirring over here on the right side, so don't know if that means we'll see him back in the match or not, but it's good to see him moving around after he had been favoring that right leg earlier in the day and had to leave the match early.
Attempt there from Ouachita. Didn't quite. It was C.J. Washington with the kick from the shot from the left side. Couldn't get it to go.
It is a little tough to see the view from this side of the pitch right now because we've got our own crew trying to keep the camera dry on this side. But we are glad that they're keeping that camera dry so we can bring you the picture at home.
Yes. I love them dearly, but I told them keep the camera dry. If you get wet, you'll be okay.
A few more substitutions for Southern Nazarene. as the Crimson Storm just wanting some fresh legs here down the stretch. Marcano is going to line up the ball for the free kick. And Chris, something that you can tell from this first half compared to the second is that the tempo has certainly slowed down a bit. Part of that is due to the up-tempo nature of the first half, you know, trying to slow down into your element going into the second half. But speaking of elements, the elements have certainly played a factor in the speed of the game as well.
They have, and it'll just continue to do more as you can obviously see on the stream there that the rain is coming down harder. The big drops are coming off of our umbrella, but the rain is coming down harder, and it is obviously going to slow the game.
Corner kick now for Ouachita. That's Marcano sending the ball into the box, and it's going to be an offside.
Free kick from Ouachita. Looks like Daniel Marcano is going to take this one. Cleared out nicely.
Now Southern Nazarene looking to mount a counterattack, perhaps. Ball sent to the far side. But again, excellent job. The team members backing up their teammates, finding the space. Ouachita trying to get that ball out of there, and they do so successfully. Evan Jordan. Now Ouachita with an opportunity to mount their own counterattack. Marcano back to the outside to Jordan. Jordan to Marcano. Tigers doing their best to maintain control. However, that time off the header, the ball had a strong roll, and it's going to roll all the way out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick. Now we will see Alfonso Gonzalez Gomez check back into the match for Ouachita. Also checking in, it'll be Koulibaly.
10:40 remaining in this one. Field still in good shape. No puddles on the playing surface. We do have puddles in off of the playing surface, so we can get through 10 more minutes of play. We can escape the talk about the field conditions.
Well, and this is just one of those days where with the rain pouring down, it's a steady rain, It's one of those days where you'd like to be inside, take a nice rest, and I guarantee you there are going to be some players out there that are going to be ready for that rest when they finish off the play today.
You're exactly right. It's just exactly what I was thinking when you said that. This is one of those perfect rains where the temperature, you can just open the window, listen to the rain, and read a book, or you can be out in it playing a college soccer match.
Marcano on the corner for Ouachita. Koulibaly was almost there to make the play. Unfortunately, it was just over Enza's head. Koulibaly going after the ball, now trying to pass it inside.
Go more in the middle. More in the middle.
8 minutes remaining in this match. Southern Nazarene leading 4-1. All but one of the goals in this match occurring in the first half. SNU wanting an opportunity to add on, but so far the only scoring to speak of down the stretch has been the goal scored by Shajani all the way back in the first minute of the second half. Since then, it's been a game of possession for SNU, trying to play a little bit of keep away, make sure Ouachita has limited opportunities to cut into the deficit. Also try to set up some opportunities to score. That time, just a good job there by Stahl, able to block the ball and then scoop it right back up. And it's tough to make a play on the bounce here in these rainy conditions, but a good job there of keeping the ball in front of him. Koulibaly going to keep the ball rolling down the left side, trying to maintain possession as Gonzalez Gomez going to have the throw in for Ouachita. Throws it back out to Marcano. Been a long day for the Tigers, but Ouachita still fighting here in one of these final matches of the home slate this season. Still have one more opportunity to play at home against Rogers State on Saturday.
Yeah, and we've talked about the weather and field and everything like that. Not sure what's going to happen on Saturday. Southern Nazarene trying to put one in. Ouachita clears it out, but there is significant rain in the forecast later tonight, as it'll continue on tonight. And then also significant rain on Saturday. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the setup here at Cluck Field, we are right by the river, and especially with the construction that's been done down here with the track and then a new parking lot, it does change things. There's a nice save by Stahl there on the shot. But so because of the location of the field, it does get what you might deem unplayable quicker than it might somewhere else. So that's why we have thought a lot about and been talking about, if you're like, well, it's just rain, it's going to dry out. But the location of this field being, what do we chase, 50 yards from the river?
If
probably,
that,
if that.
There's one thin layer of trees separating us from the river, and you see some trees back there that are, it's a little bit hazy right now just because of the rain that's there, but
that's the
those
other
trees,
side
that's
of the
the
river.
other side of the river right there.
Yeah, and so that's why we talk about it and have think a lot about it anytime it rains, especially with matches on Saturday, and then the potential of a conference tournament here. If you're thinking, why are they so worried about it? Well, that's all they're talking about. It's because that's what's been a lot of thought anytime you have rain in the forecast. There have been several times when Ouachita has had to move to different facilities for games, whether it's Arkadelphia High School, Lakeside High School in Hot Springs, or other places. And so anytime you see significant rain in the forecast, that's where the thought goes, and especially right now when field conditions are going to be important, possibly in the next week and a half. Not to mention just playing conditions for, the field was very dry. We talked about that in the first half. It had been dry for a long time. We've not had significant rain in Arkadelphia for a long time. And so the field could hold it a good bit. It's just what happens when you have 2 or 3 days of it. They're going to stop the clock.
3:34 remaining in this match as
give a card to Ouachita on the tackle. That card's going to go to Hunter Reck. Now we're ready to rock and roll. Looks like the injured Crimson Storm player is up, and that is Shu Kato. Chase, it lists Shu from Port Angeles, Washington. I'll let you tell everybody what his previous school was.
Let me see where you're looking there.
Shu Kato, Port Angeles, Washington. I'll handle that part. I'll let you handle the previous school.
I think we may.
We may
just be one where you have to consult the media guide on that one.
Yeah, we may have to
see
direct people to the Southern Nazarene website.
Got a great sports information crew that worked hard on those resources right there. We've got our own hard-working crew here as well.
They worked hard on it, so we'll let you check out the site so you can see where the previous school for Shu Kato was. A lot of international flair on the Southern Nazarene roster. 17 players with listed international student athletes on that Southern Nazarene roster.
Well, I have to say, based on this performance here today, they have certainly looked like a world-class collection of talent.
Chase. Yeah, we got some nods from the peanut gallery on that one. That was nicely done. Chase is not a dad yet, but he has mastered the dad joke.
Try to get some fun puns every once in a while here on the broadcast.
Just trying to get his kicks today.
That one got a chuckle out of Brian Ramsey.
The only two dads in the Coleman, you're not a dad, are you? No. Okay. The only two dads in the box got a chuckle out of that one. just have players
Continuing
just
to wind
sliding
down.
and diving. A little slip and slide out there a couple of times.
Almost an opportunity there for
Yeah.
Ouachita down in the box.
And Marcano has another one, and it's knocked out. So it'll be a corner for Ouachita as we come up on 1 long minute left.
And although this one is in hand for Southern Nazarene, a chance for Ouachita to try and cut into the deficit against the number 16 team in the land. Marcano, as he has done a few times here today, lining up for the corner kick, although the clear advantage in that category has been to Southern Nazarene. Here's the ball inside, goes over the top, in fact, and goes to the outside. Southern Nazarene looking to get the ball away. Alfonso Gonzalez Gomez going to send it right back into the middle of traffic. Now just 20 seconds remaining. Washington trying to go for a ball, and there was a collision there.
Yeah, you see hands in the air, but I don't know what you want. Two players collide into each other, and they send the ball to us in the box, and that's the match.
With that, we have reached full time in Arkadelphia, and the final score in this one is going to be Southern Nazarene 4, Ouachita 1. So with that win, Southern Nazarene moving up 3 points in the Great American Conference standings. Again, the next broadcast for Ouachita men's soccer is
Scheduled for Saturday. Supposed to be 11 o'clock kick for the women, 1 o'clock shortly thereafter for men. But check obutigers.com for any updates on that schedule for Saturday.
Thank you, Chris, for that notification, and thank you for tuning in on this unusual day here in Arkadelphia, but we're glad you joined us for the beautiful game right here on OSDN. Until next time, on behalf of everyone here at the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, this is Chase Hartzell signing off. Have a great evening, and go Tigers.